What's in a name? Well, that's a funny question to ask when your name is, well, my name. But for the GOP, sometimes a name is all it takes to cross a line. And for Donald Trump and a chunk of his own base, that line, as of Tuesday night, came courtesy of a Navy veteran from Flint, Michigan. In one of his copy-paste Truth Social endorsement posts, Donald Trump put out there that it is his great honor to endorse Amir Hassan, who is running to represent the fantastic people of Michigan's 8th Congressional District. From bravely fighting for our incredible U.S. Navy to protecting his community as a federal law enforcement officer, Amir has served our nation with distinction. Got it. And that's on par with most of the endorsements that come from Trump on Truth Social. He obviously didn't write it, but it certainly gives a resume of this man that conservatives would jump at. He's a veteran, law enforcement. Except MAGA ignored all of that, and they looked at exactly one thing: his name. And things got ugly fast. One of the responses, quote, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul?" They go on to say, "No political gain is worth insulting our Christian faith." And they put "no Muslims in America, no Muslims in office." And in case you didn't catch it, that first part is a Bible verse, Mark 8:36 to be exact, repurposed to argue against a Navy veteran running for Congress. Another one of his supporters wrote, "Have you lost your mind endorsing Muslim candidates? What has happened to you? You are not the man I voted for 3 times." And this one breaks it for me. A self-described proud conservative named Kimberly posted, "Honestly, why? Do you think there are already too many foreigners in Congress?" One user wrote, "His name gives me pause. Call me racist, but I am merely being cautious." Call me racist. At least they had the courtesy to save us the trouble of guessing that they were racist. And for the record, the funny part here is Hassan was born and raised in Flint, Michigan. His campaign site says that Jesus Christ is his Lord and Savior. He's a Christian. He served at Guantanamo Bay, and he calls himself an America First Republican, and even goes on to say that Israel is our strongest ally. This is not a man who snuck past anybody. He is MAGA through and through. But his name and complexion make him the enemy. And man, I wonder why they don't care that our candidates don't ever talk about policy or plans. That is what the Republican Party is doing now. They don't care about policies. I mean, one poster warned everyone, quote, all caps, "You are being misled. President Trump, this guy is a snake in the grass. Moved to Michigan last summer and immediately filed to run. Thank you for your attention to this matter." By the way, he is from Flint, from Michigan. He graduated high school in Flint. Sure, he got his degree in New York, but he is a Michigander. And I've often argued that we can't discount low information voters. But this has gotten insane. And I have no idea how you fix stuff like this. You guys in the comments, do you have any ideas? Drop me a line. Tell me how you fix stupid. But look, you could see this coming a mile away. The MAGA dear leader, Donald Trump, spent a decade or more building a movement on the idea that he gets to decide who is a real American. And now he's trying to decide who really gets to vote. And on Tuesday, his own movement looked at his own pick and said, nah, not that one. I mean, somewhere Stephen Miller is cackling while maybe allegedly drinking the tears of a deported kindergartner. And again, nobody in Donald Trump's comment section was talking about Hassan's positions. Nobody was asking about his voting record or his views on actual policies. You know, things that congressmen actually deal with. Wrong name, wrong color, wrong party, I guess. Because the MAGA coalition wasn't built around policy. They built it around a collective, made-up fear of others. If you don't look like me, if you don't love like me, if you don't pray like me, or get named like me, get the hell out. It is a purity club, and they are purely full of BS. And that's why I'm going to ask that you hit that notification bell, especially if you didn't see this thing covered much outside of the religious right blogs, because when a party starts eating its own endorsed veteran alive, that should be bigger news than a night of Truth Social replies.